Hey everybody, this is Kirsten here. Thank you so much for being here. I am really, really grateful that you are listening or watching. So thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and join this little conversation. Today we are talking about weight loss, and I'm going to share with you a couple of thoughts on weight loss and fat loss. And most importantly, I'm going to share my thoughts on why I don't think that weight loss is a terrible idea, that this is like a red flag that we all should be avoiding, and why it's okay to want to lose some fat. First of all, I want to preface this and say first that this is not for those of you who are going through recovery from an eating disorder, who are recovering from hypothalamic amenorrhea, who are recovering from metabolic damage, because in all these cases, most of these cases, you will have to gain some body fat and some body weight. So this conversation is not going to be for you. It's not the right time for you. And maybe if you think that this might be triggering for you, it's better that you just close this video and go on and do something else that's more important for you. But for those of you who are not in the middle of this recovery and who are maybe more ready to hear a couple of thoughts on weight loss and why we shouldn't be demonizing it, this can be maybe a little bit eye-opening for you. So I started talking about weight loss just recently. I started talking about fat loss recently when I sort of like came out, I'm using air quotes here, and shared on Instagram and shared also on a video on YouTube on why I started macro tracking, how I'm doing this, and why I started in March. I just wanted to feel better. And I have started talking about more in the recent past, because for the longest time, I felt like there's something wrong with this message, because people used to know me. Okay, she's this HA girl. She's working with a lot of people who have had a lot of eating issues. And this is true. I did, and I still do. And this was the past version of me. But I feel like I have evolved to the place where I'm ready to see things from a little bit different perspective. Because had you asked me maybe like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when I was just, or maybe like 3 years ago, when I had just gotten out of my HA and I was in this like place where I was like, thinking differently than I'm thinking now, then maybe I would have thought too that weight loss is unnecessary. Weight loss is just, why would you even do that? And it was just a different time and place for me. And I remember even some clients that I had, personal training clients, wanting to lose weight. And I was like, why do you have to do it? And now I see it, actually. Now I see why they wanted to do it. And I was really, really in this old mindset of like where you can get into when you are really immersed in this like body positivity. Nothing wrong with body positivity, but if it gets like too much to it, you also start seeing like, oh, weight loss is always bad, fat loss is always bad. People who pursue these things are low in self-esteem. They don't love themselves, and this is the wrong thing. So I don't think this way anymore. And today I want to share with you a couple of thoughts why I think that weight loss, fat loss, I'd rather talk about fat loss, is an okay goal to have, and why we should not demonize it. And I want to start out with the first one, which is everybody should have the right to do what they want with their bodies. I don't think this is right that we can go and like start prescribing people what they can do with their bodies. Let's just hope that everybody treats their body well. So this should be default, right? You got to treat your body well. If you're starving yourself, you're not treating your body well. If you're overtraining yourself, you're not treating your body well. If you're starving and overtraining to keep your body weight under control, and it's so much stress on your body and on your mind, then you're not doing it in a healthy way. So I don't want anyone to do it in this way. But on the other hand, if you want to lose weight and if you find a good way to do it, who am I to tell you that you're not supposed to do it? So I think we have to do a quick check-in with ourselves too. And even if this is not what we want to do, this is not our goal, like weight loss is not our goal. Is this our right to go and tell people what they should do with their bodies? Do we want other people to tell us what we want to do with our bodies? So I really want to ask everybody to kind of look at ourselves a little bit closer and see what are we telling other people? Are we trying to prescribe them what they should be doing in our opinion? And get really careful with that, because we don't want to also be told by other people what we should be doing. Right? So this is the first thing. Everybody has the right to do what they want with their bodies, and I think we should respect that. The second reason why somebody might be wanting to lose body fat or body weight, what if they do have a health goal? And now this is also a topic that gets a lot of people fired up, because a lot of people say that it doesn't matter, your weight doesn't matter, it's okay to it doesn't matter how much you weigh, it doesn't affect your health. And honestly, I've never believed that. Even when I was in recovery or right after recovery, I did not believe that this is the case, that your body weight never affects your health. I think there's enough evidence that it really does. It can be unhealthy for your joints. It is definitely linked to like heart disease and diabetes and a lot of other health issues. So can we really say that losing fat in some people cannot improve their health? And I have talked to several people, and I think that everybody has this person in their life who has lost a little bit of weight and started feeling better. Just not too long ago, I had an Instagram a DM conversation with somebody who said that, yes, I have lost weight and going up the stairs feels so much easier now. Doing everyday things that feels so much easier. I enjoy going on walks. Does this not improve the quality of our lives? I think it really, really does. And if somebody is able to get out of pre-diabetes or diabetes because they lost a little bit of weight, can we really judge that? Is that really fair? The next point I want to make today is performance. Some people want to lose body fat and body weight so they can perform better in their whatever they're doing in their athletic life, right? So right now I have my best friend actually. She's a trail runner, and she's running because she really loves it. She's not doing it in a way that I did back in the day when I was really obsessed with running and my body weight. I started out because I wanted to lose weight and also because I wanted to run faster, but ultimately the goal was always to lose more weight. And I was really obsessed with it. I ran 70 to 100 kilometers a week, rain or shine, no matter how cold it was. I always did it. I never ate in the morning. I was like starving myself. I wanted to get my body weight down. And this was not helpful. I did not do it for performance, and I really ruined my health doing so. But what she does is that she truly enjoys running. They get together with a group of girls every week. They go explore new trails. They hang out, spend a lot of time in nature. And she has signed up for several long trail runs this fall, and also a half marathon. And she's like, yeah, I would really benefit from losing some body fat. Can you help me with that? And because I started coaching macros too, then I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's see how where we can get. And she really says that I can feel it. I know that when I'm lighter, I'm running better. So this is definitely the thing. There are a couple of other sports too that require you to be in a certain weight class if you for your performance. Maybe you want to do more pull-ups. This is definitely a thing that helps when you have a little bit lighter body. Again, we can do it in a totally healthy way. It doesn't have to be done in a way that I did, like I mentioned, tons of running, and I was only eating like oatmeals and some plain spaghetti, basically. It does not have to be done this way. And so my point here is that weight loss, fat loss can be wanted because it helps you perform better in your sport. The next thing I want to mention is that what about vanity? Is that a bad thing? Is this a terrible thing? And I think a lot of people would say, yes, you should never want to change your body shape and size. And again, I wasn't maybe like that critical or judgmental 3 years ago, but I definitely thought, yeah, it doesn't matter. You should just make peace with yourself. And this is true, by the way. We have to make peace with ourselves. We have to have this self-love practice all the time. We got to do it every single day. So this is not an option. This is not like you have either self-love or you change your body. This is not an either or thing. You can have these things together. You can have freaking hardcore self-love for yourself every single day, and you still may want to change your body for vanity reasons because you want to look better. And this is what I started doing in March this year when I started doing macros for the first time in my life. And I know for many people it sounds like, oh my goodness, no, don't even mention the macros, because maybe you have done this in the past. It was way too restrictive for you. You took it like in a really, really extreme way, which I don't do. Like I try to follow my plan as much as I can. But just tonight, I just got back from hanging out with my friend. I had a glass of wine. We had some pretzels. It was fine, I don't let my macros rule my life and ruin my life also. So I'm taking more flexible approach to it, and that's why it's doable. And so, yeah, when I started in March, I did it for vanity reasons. I just wanted to look a little bit better. I wanted to have a little bit more visible muscle, a little bit better shoulders, not better shoulders, but a little bit more muscular shoulders, because that makes me feel better. And I don't think that we have to see that this is a bad thing. You should never pursue that. This is a wrong thing. I don't know where this is coming from, where this black and white mindset is coming from, because you can definitely have a lot of self-love and you can want to change your body for vanity reasons. And I feel like for me to kind of like really time to own it and face it, like, yes, this is the thing. Because when I started doing it in March, I never talked about it. First of all, I was like, okay, what if it's not going to work out? What if I'm going to hate the process? Then it's going to be like all weird because I had already started talking about it. I don't want to talk about it then. So I didn't. And then now, just like last week on Instagram and here too on the podcast on YouTube, I shared, I started making some changes. I started tracking my macros because I just wanted to look a little bit better. And now I'm talking about it. And, I know that a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people have left on social media, and it has to be fine because this is, people are evolving and people are changing, and this has to be totally fine. So for vanity reasons, why not? If you want to do it, again, I hope you stay healthy. I hope you do it in a healthy way. For me, there hasn't been any trouble. Everything's been fine. I've been liking the process. Yeah, it is a little bit of work. Absolutely. It's not fully intuitive. It's not intuitive eating. It's not like 100% intuitive eating. It is in a way that you still eat the things you want, but it's not like the amounts are not like intuitive eating, eat however much you want. So definitely there's tracking and there's like keeping logs, but it hasn't been super stressful for me. So yeah, again, vanity reasons, why not? Okay. And then lastly, what if you just want to feel better about yourself? So maybe you feel like not right in your body and you want to feel lighter. And this is also how I had started feeling, after I had recovered. And I totally realized that I had to gain that weight. I was not fighting that. Okay. I admitted it. I have to gain weight. I got to get my period back. I have to stay in this new weight for a long time for my body to fully like settle and get used to it. And I'm in no rush losing weight, right? And I totally accepted it. Everything was totally fine. But I still felt like, okay, you know what? I would not hate to lose a little bit. This is what happened in March. I was like, you know what? I would feel better if I was a little bit lighter. I would just feel more like me. More like me if I had more muscle in the body, maybe a little bit feeling just lighter. And why not? And this is why I did it. So this is another reason. And one more thing, a lot of times maybe you feel kind of slower and you feel more sluggish and you don't feel like you have good energy. And sometimes it can be caused or it can be because our eating is a little bit out of hand. Yeah, maybe you are eating a little bit too much. Maybe you are eating the things that don't really serve you. Maybe you're eating too many of those things that don't really serve you. And as you know, I always say it's fine to have fun foods and those, sweets and treats and snacks once in a while. But if you eat too many of them, and your body starts to reflect that, then you maybe just don't feel super good. And why not to change it then? If you can, and if you can do it in a responsible way, then I don't think that this is like a dangerous or bad or terrible thing, or it makes you a bad person. So these are my thoughts on fat loss and weight loss today. I hope you found them helpful. I just want you to check in with yourself and think, okay, am I judging those people who are trying to lose fat? Because if I am, why am I judging them? Because would I want to be judged by wherever I am on my journey right now? Whether you're gaining weight, losing weight, maintaining weight, like why would you want other people to judge you? You don't want to. So it's also our job to stay away from other people's stuff. Like if they want to lose weight and it bothers you, you can just ignore them. Go away, leave their social media, don't talk to them, don't get in conversations with them, and do your own thing. But at the same time, try to be accepting and acknowledge that, there are some reasons why people do it. Maybe they have performance goals, health goals, vanity goals. They want to feel better, have more energy. All these things are normal and are allowed. So these are my thoughts for you today. I hope you found this useful. Please send me a DM. Let me know what you thought. I love getting DMs from you on Instagram. I also love getting comments on YouTube. So whatever you want to tell me, whatever you want to discuss, I'm always really, really excited to talk to you. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.